When he was killed, I was 3.
Brenda Birchfield shows off a newly arranged scrapbook about her father, a man killed in World War II and who, for his daughter, remained a mystery for most of her life.
I was met with a big wall of silence. I knew nothing about my father.
For 50 years, these pictures and some 200 letters from her dad stayed hidden. It was how older family members tried to bury their emotional pain.
This is me at his grave.
But that changed when Brenda took a trip to a European cemetery and stumbled onto her father's grave.
8,000 people to walk upon your father's grave? It was amazing. And that's when my father's stone started talking to me.
I didn't get to know anything about my father because I was only 3.5 when he left.
Across this table sit 2 siblings who share the loss of a father in World War II, and like Brenda, their father is from East Tennessee and buried overseas.
It really makes me emotional, very emotional.
Both soldiers are featured among a list of other notable veterans in the new book, If These Stones Could Talk.
Every chapter in the book will stand on its own.
The author is a retired Army colonel now living in East Tennessee who first writes about his World War II heroes.
So my wife and I went to every cemetery in France, Belgium, Luxembourg.
And in a chapter titled Lest They Be Forgotten, Colonel Lyons writes about preserving the memories of almost 100,000 U.S. troops killed in World War II and buried on foreign soil. The colonel found inspiration for his writing during a trip 7 years ago to D-Day beaches in France, where he saw a man walking out of the chapel at Normandy.
And tears were streaming down his face. And I told my wife, you know, he was here. And look at these stones. You know, very emotional.
From that moment, Colonel Lyons pledged to tell at least some of the stories behind the gravestones overseas.
Dear loved ones, here I am again.
3 vignettes in the book describe the backgrounds of East Tennessee veterans. Ron McIntyre reads from one of his father's last letters home.
This is worse than hell. Sweetheart, when I get a chance, I will tell you more about it. Up until now, I will say, pray for me, and may God be with you and the children until we meet again. So look to the bright side, and everything will be all right. With all my love to you and the kids.
He's finally getting recognized for what he did, for giving his life. And it just means a lot.
It gives them a voice, a place in history that they existed.
Well, that was what I hoped for. Hopefully that's what happens.